In Hattiesburg, where 23 soldiers were hurt during military training at Camp Shelby last night. Fox 23's Quintus Jones starts our team coverage of the incident.
It was a training exercise gone terribly wrong at Camp Shelby.
The operation involved multiple aircraft on 2 drop zones.
Post Commander Bobby Ginn says the soldiers were jumping from a C-130J plane when the unthinkable happened.
87 paratroopers landed off course into a wooded area, resulting in injuries.
Many of them landing in trees. The last soldier stuck there for nearly 12 hours.
23 paratroopers were sent to Forest General Hospital for treatment. Of those 23, 4 remain in their care.
650 soldiers participated in this training called Operation Arctic Anvil. They're from an active duty Army brigade out of Alaska. Colonel Christopher Lander says injuries on jumps are pretty common, but not of this magnitude.
To have this number is relatively rare. In my career, I've seen it about a half a dozen times where this many jumpers end up in the trees. And each time it's a different causation. So the investigation will kind of reveal kind of why that happened.
As bad as it was, they all say it could have been a lot worse. And this shouldn't be a major setback.
It's a short pause where we gain accountability of the personnel, which is complete, gain accountability of our equipment, which is nearing completion, and we'll be back at the training event. So about a 18-hour or so interruption, but no significant change to the training plan.
Quintus Jones for Fox 23 News.
Forest General Hospital staff is busy treating several of those soldiers with back pain and some significant fractures. Fox 23's Jacqueline Coleman continues our team coverage.
Tragedy struck last night as soldiers were seriously injured from bodily harm. Over 200 Forest General Hospital employees were prepared for treatment. This is the sound heard last night throughout Forest General Hospital. All hands were on deck to treat 18 parachuting soldiers after a forceful wind sent them crashing into trees.
We did see 18 patients that came to the emergency room, and 4 of those required admission and further care.
The injured soldiers, part of 650 other paratroopers participating in a 10-day training at Camp Shelby. Dr. John Nelson of Forest General says it's protocol for employees to be on standby just in case of an emergency during a Camp Shelby training.
They notified us 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon that they were doing a somewhat risky procedure, and they may bring us more patients than usual.
Although injuries weren't life-threatening, most bodily harm consisted of back pain and significant fractures. Dr. Duncan Donald says the injuries mostly came from the falls of trying to get down from the trees rather than the crash itself.
Several of them were trying to get themselves out, and it's dark, difficult to tell how high they were, dropped to the ground. Some of them were dropping, one soldier said he estimated he dropped 20 to 30 feet to the ground.
2 of the soldiers went through emergency surgery and are in stable condition. Sources tell us the last soldier was rescued from the trees at 8:15 in the morning. In Hattiesburg, I'm Jacqueline Coleman reporting for Fox 23 News.
The Vitalant Blood Center opened in response to the incident. Vitalant quickly responded to the needs of the soldiers injured in those crashes. The event also highlights the need for ongoing blood donations to prepare in times of tragedy. Donors need to be at least 16 years of age and weigh at least 111 pounds.